Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for another UGC live event, and fresh off of the internationals where some very heavy hitters have had surprisingly high upsets in their life. But that's not about them tonight. Tonight is about the North American Iron Series. Today we'll bring you a best of two match between Throwing Pains and the Dark Moon of Suluminae. First round is about to begin. As far as picks are concerned, Doom and Faceless have both met their bitter defeats at the hands of the band Hammer. Logs, you remember casting the Throwing Pains game a couple weeks back. Do you think we're going to see a repeat of what happened last time, where they did indeed live up to their names? They had a bit of a lead, and then they started kind of faltering by the wayside.
Well, I can't completely say, as I have not seen Dark Moon of Selling Mayonnaise play yet. But they do. Throwing Pains does start out with a decently strong pick with the Bristleback, though you don't really see him get first pick these days, mostly because a lot of his counters are very strong right now. Particularly Undying got a very large buff in the last patch, and Undying just sort of destroys Bristleback.
Undying is a good pick and a great counter for Bristleback, like you said. I'm not entirely keen on them showing their hand like this that early, but hey, you know, offlaner is an offlaner all the same.
Reserve time.
Nobody objected to it, which means I made a right call. Huzzah!
Hey,
he
you know,
can be
blind squirrel gets a
tri-lane or
nut every
off
once in a
lane.
while.
Did you say a clock is right twice a day? Is that what I heard?
Essentially.
Alright, Death Prophet being picked up over on Dark Moon's side. Death Prophet, a classic pushing hero. What do you think we're going to be seeing out of that Brewmaster pickup right there as well, Jenkins?
I would expect, well, actually, to be quite honest, I was expecting Death Prophet to go mid. But now that they've got the Brewmaster, I'm not so certain anymore. He can go mid and do, you know, surprisingly well, especially with bottles and bottle crowing. But he might also be sort of part of a tri-lane. There's quite a few options that they can weave out of these choices.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of choices here. I think we're actually gonna not see a tri-lane from Dark Moon of Salamene. We're probably going to see 2-1-2.
Yeah, we're going to see a standard 2-1-2 pick, which would be a very risky maneuver, considering that we might see someone get attacked a little bit harder than normal, with that 2-on-3 possibility looming on the horizon. Vengeful Spirit getting picked up by Throwing Pains as their second pick. Now, I believe everyone here is in agreement that we all like Vengeful Spirit, and we all like to see her in more games. What do you think of that pickup, Logs?
I think it synergizes great with the Bristleback. Now, they gotta be smart with this. Bristleback still does need the solo lane. You can't pair him up with someone, say the Vengeful Spirit, and hope that her minus armor will help you just, like, win the lane. Bristleback really needs the solo experience, but it's definitely going to help in the later game, especially against Brewmaster, because he doesn't really have that good of natural armor gain.
Yes, indeedly do. Brewmaster, going to be a fun time to see here. We see Nature's Prophet getting banned out by Throwing Pains. Not sure if I would have played that hand that early, unless it was a respect ban. Nature's Prophet is not typically something you would see. I mean, they have the lineups for a push lineup with Death Prophet, but I don't think they would go with that risk right there. Dark Moon plays a little bit more frugal than that.
On the other hand, I think the Enigma ban here, very smart move.
Oh yes,
Enigma's
definitely.
seeing a whole lot of play, and he's definitely worth the ban.
People forgot how good Enigma was. Then he showed back up in the International, and now everybody remembers how much of a gangster he is.
It's definitely something of a gangster.
If played jungle and properly, he can walk out with like a level 7 and a mechanism in, I think it's what, 10 minutes? 7 minutes?
I've done it like sub 8.
Yeah, so in sub 8 minutes, he can come out of the jungle with his ultimate and a mechanism. Like, that's insane.
Gross.
Like, Enigma, when played properly and you micro all of his Eidolons, he is just capable of destroying the jungle.
And thus the Undying ban has come down.
Very smart. Very smart ban.
As you said earlier, Logs, that is a perfect counter to Bristleback, and now that he's out of the playing field, Bristleback has a little bit more breathing room in this game.
10 seconds.
I think it's a bit of a... Maybe, I think maybe they were thinking about taking it later or not taking it at all, but it's a misstep, in my opinion. Undying is just too good a hero to not take against that lineup.
Perhaps they already had a strat in mind, and that's why they picked up Death Prophet.
I guess. But
what do you think they'll counter Bristle with now that Undying's out?
Well, hard to say. I am
something
a personal proponent for things like Shadow Demon. He's decent against Bristleback, but honestly, they're running out of slots. They could go with the Timbersaw and try and solo versus solo with that. But it's hard to say if that'll work.
What about a Necro? Necro is just one of those heroes no one ever thinks about, but he's great against high HP heroes because of the percentage health removal.
The thing is, Bristleback's not a high HP hero. He's sort of a mid HP hero with lots of damage mitigation.
He's no Centaur Warrunner.
No.
True, but the health removal is still really good. Now, the problem is, Necrophos as a hero is not great.
No, he's not.
And thus we have the Lone Druid pickup shortly after Shadow Shaman gets picked up by Dark Moon. What do you think about those two picks, Logs?
Lone Druid, it's hard to say. You know, Lone Druid, it comes down to such a skill base. He's such a skill-based hero that if they got somebody who can play him well, they can easily win this game.
I have not seen Throwing Pains pull out a Lone Druid in the past games that I've watched with him. So, skill remains to be seen at this point. And here's hoping, once again, they do not live up to that name. Dip it into reserve time. Oh, nope. No reserve time there. Jakiro getting picked up by Dark Moon of Suleimane. I am not too pleased with this pick right here, as Treant Protector gets picked up by Throwing Pains. Jakiro is not a bad support, but there are better supports out there.
Treant Protector is definitely a good pick, though. I like that. It's a lot of Now,
10 seconds.
they might be running a tri-lane Bristle, and with this setup, they have a good kill potential. Especially if Dark Moon is running dual lanes, which looks like they are.
Indeed.
Now, yeah, they definitely have very good kill potential. I would definitely say that that's what they're doing. They're doing a tri-lane with the Bristle, Vengeful, and Treant Protector.
So you're saying that because they have those three, that they're going to be facing possibly very squishy in the dual lanes, and that's why they have the good kill potential, right?
They have good kill potential because they have a stun and minus armor from the Vengeful Spirit, and they have the slow from Treant Protector, as well as the Bristle's just really good.
So what we're probably going to see is a stack of CCs on some poor unsuspecting schmo, and then that's going to be it for that guy.
Yeah.
Puck being banned out by Dark Moon, 51 seconds remaining in the reserve tank for Throwing Pains, and then we're on the last ban here. Let's see if these teams can make it count.
You know what might be a good pick for Dark Moon right now is a Doom. Oh, wait, damn. Doom was first banned.
Doom was first banned, sir. Usually he's a first pick if he escapes the first ban. Luna being banned out by Throwing Pains is the final ban hammer falling now. Dark Moon has first last pick, and then Throwing Pains will pick their last pick.
I guess they just figured... I guess they just figured with a name like Dark Moon of Salamena, you gotta ban out Luna.
10 seconds remaining.
Hey, you know, maybe they just really like Luna's backstory.
5
If you remember
seconds
correctly, she
remaining.
was a disgraced general and then fell into the forest and then became queen of the forest thanks to a tiger. Amazing Dota lore.
She found a tiger, and then she was like, "These woods are mine." And then she was in a field.
Logs, you need to say it right. These woods are mine.
I'm not gonna do my terrible Luna impression right now. You know it's bad.
Oh, I know it's bad.
But
I know it's bad. The kids at home, they do not know it's bad, though.
You know what I'd like to see from Throwing Pains? I'd like to see a Nyx Assassin.
Nyx.
You know, I think I might have said that last time Throwing Pains was on. Or it might have been a different team, actually.
And we're going to see a tiny pickup by Dark Moon. That's fantastic.
These are definitely a 2-1-2 setup.
2-1-2 it is. Throwing Pains now remaining about a minute and some change on their clock to make this last pick count. Who do you think Throwing Pains is going to go with?
I think they should go with Nyx Assassin.
You say that about everybody.
Well, there's 3 int heroes on the enemy team.
You're right. And that would be a fantastic Nyx Assassin choice right there.
5 seconds remaining.
As far as this lineup goes...
you know what?
Reserve time.
I changed my mind. Outworld Devour.
OD is the call.
Take it right now.
You want to call OD? Want to put some rares on it?
No.
No, they've already got 2 pretty heavy farming guys.
That doesn't mean they shouldn't pick it.
No, that's true, but if they go 3-1-1, then there's not really a space for him.
Yes, there is. Middle lane.
10 seconds remaining.
They're
They
running
could
out
put
of
him
time
mid.
here.
5 seconds
Don't get randomed.
remaining.
And we're going to see a Lion pickup as the final pick for this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, we are hopping in the Killcopter. We are about to fly high over the Dota fields of battle. These two teams are going to fight it out in this best of 2 series starting in just a few moments. You know,
Lion.
Why not?
Lion.
Burst damage against the tiny.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, going down the list of people we got fighting today over on Dark Moon of Sulamine's side. That's the Radiant side for you. You've got EVC, I believe that's a minus right there. EVC minus is going to be playing your Jakiro. Tergamount is going to be on your Death Prophet. Sean, his Meowjesty, sad face, is going to be on the Tiny. Over on Shadow Shaman, you'll have Bigfoot. And then finally, your last guy, Brewmaster, will be played by Tom Reisteld. Who do we have on the Dire side, Jenkins?
We're gonna have Kashiel on our Lone Druid. We're gonna have Sam on our Treant Protector. We're gonna have Cannon Fodder on our Vengeful Spirit. Well, that's hopeful, isn't it?
Very apt.
We're gonna have our very own Commander Schwags on the Bristleback. And we're gonna have Sinbu on Lion.
Right, you are indeedly do.
Oh, we got a smoke.
Smoke already.
Looks like they're going to invade the enemy jungle. Not sure why they took this route, but well, I think they're just looking for our first blood here.
They're looking right for a fight. And they might find some altercation here. We have one guy kind of haplessly wandering up. That's going to be Bigfoot. If he gets Saw right here... Oh, we had a ping. We had a ping go out. Bigfoot's in a bad spot. Now, if they zig and then set his head...
see him.
They zig. They're going to go for him. Bigfoot's in a bad spot. Now he's going to be engaged upon by Lone Druid. Throw Sam doing the body blocking. Schwag's coming in from the backside. Bigfoot going down. He's got low health. 75. In comes Eevee. No ice path, though, but the stun from Meowjesty is going to be able to stave off. Bigfoot pops the salve to try to save himself. He gets hit by the quills from Schwags. Schwags going to have to disengage on that one. Bigfoot knocked down to 62 HP. Schwags down to 400 and starts tangoing up. And an almost first blood between these two teams. That was exciting.
It was very exciting.
It's like watching a car crash in slow-mo.
But then the car swerves the last second.
Looks like Oh, okay. They're gonna opt to have Commander Schwags on the Bristle take the solo lane and do a tri lane with the Lone Druid.
That's not
It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
So is that a quad lane with Bear, or?
It is a quad lane with Bear. Rystad popping down, or Rysteld, excuse me, popping down to 475 HP. If Cannon Fodder had been there at the proper time, Rystad probably would have, or Rysteld would have probably been taken out. Kegger coming in from Rysteld. Gonna slow down the Treant illusions. Treant, of course, is going to be alright about it. Now, great thing here is Rysteld is all by his lonesome against 3, so he's gonna have an XP advantage thanks to that safe lane for himself.
That's not the safe lane. Dave, that's the hard lane.
That's Radiant safe. No, it is, you're right. My bad. My bad. Hard lane. Oh, Eevee with a nice toss of the Ice Path down on bottom lane. Schwegs getting snared down. Meowjesty getting set up for the stun. Schwegs is in a bad spot now. 83 HP. Getting dunked hard. First blood going to Tiny. Itty bitty Rockman getting himself a very big payday right there.
That's pretty huge, because Tiny needs levels and experience, and giving him first blood gold doesn't hurt him either when he's rushing. Probably not Bottle, but we'll probably see Arcanes coming out a little bit sooner now because of this.
Arcanes?
Yeah, Arcanes.
I don't think we're gonna see Arcanes. I think he's gonna probably get his boots. Might even skip the boots and just go straight for his Ags.
Back in mid, Sinbu popping a nice impale on Turgamount. Turgamount goes up and Sinbu starts draining that mana. And now Sinbu has a lot of mana versus Turgamount's not a lot of mana.
Got a regen rune on bottom. You know, actually, I think Tiny's gonna go for the Midas.
Think he's going for Hand of Money?
Yeah.
But what's the use rate of Hand of Midas on Tiny there, stats man?
What do you mean use rate?
Yeah.
Beep
you mean win rate?
calculating.
Beep boop calculating.
Beep boop calculating. While we're beep boop calculating, let's take a look at the last hits so far.
Right now, Lion is in the lead. Sinbu over in mid, leading the pack with 13 and 3 last hit denies, where he's kind of outpacing Turgamount right now. Turgamount is at 10 and 2. Again, Impale goes up, and then the mana drain. Sinbu is making great use of that Wombo combo for himself.
You know, it's actually a little surprising to see a Lion at the top of the last hit chart, considering Lion has a terrible attack animation.
Right. And even still, Sinbu is holding his own. Turgamount popping down to 180 HP after taking 2 successive Impales.
So what's the win rate on Tiny if he gets a Midas?
Or just what's the rate of Tiny picking up a Midas?
Yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted to know how often Tiny picks up a Midas.
But it would be a better stat to know what the win rate is.
Yeah, that too. Get them both.
Get them both. Do double the job. What are we paying you for?
Have another. I insist.
Back on bottom, Schwegs is in a bad spot here. He's all by his lonesome. He's still got a great farm, but he just can't get the leverage he needs to push the lane.
He doesn't really want to push the lane. He wants to keep it as close. Oh dear. Miss Death Prophet got picked up real easy, like in the mid lane.
I believe he continued to use his Impale combo and just wreck. Sinbu playing a very well played there. Unfortunately, I did miss it for the kids at home. Do apologize for that. We'll try harder to make sure that we don't have that happen again.
Well, somebody's level 6 already. If you guessed Lion, you would be correct.
Ah, so he fingered her. Yes, indeedly he did.
That cooldown tells a sordid tale of woe.
Yes, a woe where the death finger from hell. Which honestly sounds like a great Mystery Science Theater flick. But...
What, Death Finger from Hell?
Yeah, Death Finger from Hell. Eevee engaging on Commander Schwegs throws out one liquid fire, and then he just kind of backs off. Spitball coming out on Meowjesty. Eevee's trying to play a little bit defense on Schwegs.
He's about to have his Midas delivered right now. Good call, Logan.
That's what I do.
Hand of money.
Quicker shadow follows.
Now, from here, he should definitely go into his axe.
Altercation happening over in mid. Sinbu taking a shot at Bigfoot. Sinbu gets turned into a ram shortly after Bigfoot was turned into a fish. Gotta love those immortals, kids. Gotta love them.
They look really nice.
I like the sort of trail that Shadow Shaman's leaves behind him.
Yeah, it looks really cool. You know, I don't really like playing Shadow Shaman because he's too slow, but you know, he's got nice items.
Yeah, but that's CC. Just need Ursa to come back in favor, and then we can see Shadow Shaman just like rock his world again.
I mean, Ursa was doing real well for a little while.
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
I don't think he was performing as well as teams wanted him to.
Oh,
Whoa.
there you go.
That's not very reassuring.
No, that's not very reassuring at all.
Sadly, it is less than blind luck. What's the equip rate of Hand of Midas on Tiny is the other one we're trying to find out. Sinbu continuing with the Impale Drains. It's working out well for him because it's keeping Death Prophet completely shut out.
Yeah, she doesn't have mana for Exorcism. She doesn't have mana for Crypt Swarm. She's kind of right-clicking right now, and that's about it. However, eventually he's going to end up with a much better... Oh, she's gone.
Popped her like a zit right there. Through the Impale. Wonderful skill shot for him. Didn't even have to worry about it. And then, bam, she was gone. Hit with the finger. Examined the woman.
Oh.
Oh! Oh! Oh, and he's gonna go for the second kill right there. Getting a nice double, unofficial double. Throwing out an Impale instead of going for the Invis Rune. Is gonna get his Invis Rune and get the kill for it instead. Shadow Shaman probably should have been a little bit more awake on that one with that kill.
Schweg's also got a kill on bottom. You know what they're really doing wrong against Bristleback here? No one on the bottom lane has a magic stick.
None.
You need a magic stick versus Bristle.
Under attack.
Just like it's the same the way you always used to beat Bat Rider is the same way you have to beat Bristleback. You just need the magic stick as quick as possible.
Yeah, but you can't afford Magic Stick when you're rushing your Ags. I mean, come on, Logan. That's
Altercation happening in bottom. Bigfoot gets turned into a fish. The stun comes out. It's gonna stun out two of them, Schwegs and Sinbu, but it's not gonna be enough to save Jakiro for it. Then the primal split happens. Schwegs in a bad spot. The Impale goes out. It's gonna pick up Tiny between now and Schwegs. Now trying to get out of there.
Schwegs is gonna get out of here just fine. Primal Spit's gonna wear out.
Primal
right
spit
now.
Indeed. There's the primal split, and now Rysteld is going to be in a bad spot here. Sinbu going in hard, throws out the CC, throws out the Impale, turns him into a fish. He's going to get a triple out of that one. Absolute madness. Throw is doing a great job now. 8-1 at the 10-minute mark.
Blink Dagger up on Lion now. Because why not?
It's a very good item on Lion.
It's an incredibly good item on Lion.
Rotation now happening, going towards mid. Sinbu and Sam. Sinbu is going to get himself, he's going to pass up the DD rune. No, he's going to grab it. He grabbed it. He's ready to go.
Really? They're going to go for the heal when you could just easily deny that?
Well,
Alright.
It's a Tramp Protector. You should heal your towers.
DD rune now up on Sinbu, giving chase to Turgamount. Turgamount is going to get out of there with good reason, too.
Yeah, Finger Death's up in another almost 5 seconds. So anybody who gets close to this line is gonna die.
Yes, yes, indeed.
It's level 2 as well.
Straight up 725 damage is gonna come out.
It's actually 875.
Oh.
Two.
It doesn't have Scepter yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. It's second level.
Yeah, it says 725 damage right there. Damage.
It's my mistake. My mistake.
Yeah, get wrecked. Not you,
Oh.
Jenkins.
Which Jenkins?
Crypt Storm heading out and hitting cannon fodder. Cannon fodder dips down to 475 HP. after the tick, but no worse for the wear. Oh, oh, well, how's that for facts?
Well, that's not very many, and in over half of those he loses.
Yeah.
So is that an adjusted? That's an adjusted percentage of 2.5.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's not a great idea to pick that up on Tiny.
Yeah.
Probably you just want to get
Bye,
you know,
Tiny.
I think I know why.
Oh, altercation happening in bottom. Tiny goes down. Before that, snot coming out on Eevee. Eevee looks like he's trying to get. Looks like Schweik's trying to evolve Eevee into a dead Pokemon. Jakiro gets fished. And Quills are not going to seal the deal. Yes, they are with a nice spray. He picks up both of them in one go. Schweik's getting a nice double Quill spray. Very well done. Yes, that's the joke that I went with.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think the reason that Midas is not that great on Tiny is once you actually have your Agnems, you farm incredibly fast because of the 50% cleave it gives you. So it's probably it's better to just get the Ags quicker.
Go for the
Hasted Lion
eggs.
going mid.
Oh, snap.
Oh, that's gonna be a dead Tergamon.
He is ready, too. He is waiting.
Here comes the push out.
And he's
swap.
gone. Blink and stun. Turgamount fished. Not even going to worry about the finger of death. Not even going to worry about it. He's going to give the kill to his Bromaster over there. Sam's going to pick up the kill. However, up top, Brewmaster
Actually doesn't have the finger death. It's still on cooldown.
Oh.
Yep. 20-second CD.
And my camera just freaks out. How about that? Tom Rice still being chased now by Schweg. Schweg's going in hard. So many snot stacks. Rystel's dead. Tragic.
I think I heard him pop like a salve or something too. So he not only died, but he wasted what, 110 gold item?
Yep.
And considering the current kill count, that actually matters.
Let's bring your attention to that middle tower that you said so graciously to deny earlier, Jenks. Look at its health now.
Believe it could have had 0 HP, and then they don't have to worry about feeding the gold over to the enemy.
Yeah, they still would have fed some gold to the enemy.
Or you could keep it alive, keep your map presence, keep your ability to TP to that tower. No, there are no situations where it is better to destroy it than to heal it back to full.
It's called the Blastoise strategy. What you want to do is be like a turtle that can fire cannons. Nice swap coming out on Tergamount from Cannon Fodder. The finger of death from Simbu will seal the deal, making yet another kill on poor little shut down Death Prophet.
Speaking of Aghanims, let's see in the race of Ags who gets theirs first. I got money on Lion at this point.
Mine's on Lion, definitely.
That ex-crazy man has said he got a double cheeseburger just for this stream, so you keep on shining, you crazy diamond.
Did you buy it for us? Because I could go for a double cheeseburger right now.
There's not a person on Earth who couldn't go for a double cheeseburger.
A statagist?
Statagist.
Well, that's why.
Statagist.
No, that does say statagist.
Statagist. Well, good. That's why we have you, Statman.
Mr.
Also-
Bad Guy Facts. Not that great at spelling.
Hey, Statsman, what's the percentage of Brushfire's jokes that are laugh?
And it better be more than 0.
It's 0.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Wasn't 0 the name of the girlfriend from Planet of the Apes?
You know, I didn't watch Planet of the Apes.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
That's tragic.
Even then, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Also, Tiny has opted to spend his money buying drums. Apparently, the rushing Ags just not going his way, so he's spending it on drums. Maybe to try and.
Rystel now going in on Schwegs. The impale comes out the finger of death. Oh my god, he was gone! Brewmaster was super dead long before that fight had any place to go. Sinbu now being chased by Exorcism. Targamount trying to get a little bit of revenge now. Nope, no revenge. None revenge. Impale goes up. Death Prophet goes down.
Revenge.
No
is now
revenge,
equally
only
zero.
death.
That was a 4-for-none exchange. 18-3 now at the 16.5-minute mark.
And Lone Druid almost soloed the Tiny on top lane. Almost. Tiny not accomplishing a whole lot.
Well, it's hard to accomplish a lot when, you know, what's he
Yeah.
got? He doesn't even have his drum yet. Oh my god, he did go for the mana boots.
Told you. I
No.
suddenly regret that because it sounds like a bad idea, but
Okay, there.
you need to live long enough to be able to need the mana boots.
No, the point of the mana boots is to have a bigger mana pool. But if you need a mana pool that's bigger so you can cast your spells more, just get a bottle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Drums
attack.
now up on Tiny. Will that be enough to turn the tides in this fight?
No. No. It won't.
No, it won't be. This is definitely not gonna be a good game. This is not a good game for the Celamene boys.
Impale goes out. Bigfoot now being targeted. Stun goes out. Oh man, Treant Protector get thrown in there, but Simbu's not going to care. He's going to finger it and he's going to win. However, Sam's going to succumb to Macropyre. Serpent Ward's now starting to take down Commander Schwegs. However, the Dunkatron himself, Sean His Majesty, will get the throw and be able to turn that around in a 2-for-1 exchange between these two
Radiant's
teams.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I see why he tried to finger Shadow Shaman, but it was a little too late. The wards had already gone down. He really would have been better off, like, blowing up the Jakiro before his Macropyre went down,
Radiant's top tower
or
is under
maybe even
attack.
the Tiny, because Tiny's HP pool is so low, even now.
Tragic indeed. Ex-Crazy Man over in chat saying that, unfortunately, his double cheeseburger does not have double bacon.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Then what's
Well,
the point of living?
That's
Dire's
just sad.
structures are fortified.
Fortification coming out by, Throwing Pains. They're going to disengage on that one. Treant Protector is still invisible. He's not getting hit by the Giggle at the Ghosties, but it could change here at any moment. Oh, there goes the Roots. They're going to try to change this one. Meowjesty getting stuck a little bit. He's going to get exploded. He's going to get exploded. Then Schwegs being chased. Terramount now hauls our Ghost back, but then the stun comes out from Cannon Fodder. Schwegs giving chase. Schwegs is going to pick up the kill. Nice right clicks. Nice right clicks.
Does anybody
very
have a
smart
mech?
getting out from Schwegs there, sort of staying away from Exorcism just long enough for it to end, so he could go back in and kill her off.
Blink Sinbu.
Dead.
Eevee.
By my horns.
Okay, Vengeful Spirit is building mech, and looks like it's done, actually. She just needs it to be curried out to her.
Well, she's kind of dead, so it can't be curried out to her.
Gake on Lone Druid top.
Uh-oh, let's take a look. Oh, he's down pretty low. This Primal Split doing their damage. He will go down. Shadow Shaman getting the last hit on that one. Right clicks for days.
Might give you a call.
Good use there of the, God, was it Cyclone?
Radiant
Maybe.
Again, Blink Simbu. There goes the fish. There goes the Impale. Turgamount in a bad spot. Gets stunned out by Cannon Fodder. The Finger of Death comes down. And once again, Death Prophet is dead. Prophet.
Also, Ags is up on Lion.
Death
So,
Prophet
Blink.
currently 0-7.
Speaking of not having a good game.
Well, are you going to finish your statement? Typically, after you say "speaking of something," you
Speaking of not having a good game, and then I was going to trail off in the sense of fair and balanced commentary.
We're not Fox News.
Thank God.
And
No.
his son, Santa.
And his son, Santa Claus.
Since you know we're talking about Mystery Science Theater up in this mug.
And while we have a little break from the action, maybe take this time to head over to UGCLeague.com.
Yes, UGCLeague.com. I believe they do tournaments for Team Fortress 2 and Dota 2. In fact, their sign-ups for Dota 2 Season 1 has started, so if you're wanting to get into a little professional play, head on over there. Make sure you like them on Facebook and Twitter, and if you like us, why don't you like us on Facebook? Facebook.com/overclocked after dark. Then
Wow,
the Blink Impale comes in, Simbu dunking down people yet again. Getting a last-minute top-off of mana from a dead and dying Brewmaster as well. Tragic days are ahead for Dark Moon of Solo Mayonnaise.
You know, I'm not even sure how that worked. We had the Lion Illusion who came in and it started auto-attacking Brewmaster. Jakiro ported in and ice pathed it for whatever reason. Maybe more of to try and stop the creep wave advance. And Lion just popped in and swatted him.
Well, Lion's got a pretty hefty lead on everybody.
Lion is 14-0 right now with 6 assists, 63 last hits, and 3 denies. This Lion is beef to the max.
Yeah, he's level 15. The highest level on the Celamene boys is 11.
11. Yeah. And Bristleback just got level 2 of his ultimate.
Oh, nice
Tiny has
impale.
Blink.
Once again, Sinbu doing everything he can. He's going to teleport. He might get out of there. Oh, no, he doesn't. 1,335 gold going to Turgam for a little revenge. Finally getting a kill on the board. And, oh, it was worth it.
She's almost to Aghanims.
Who?
Death Prophet.
Death.
Nope. She's going Bloodstone.
Aghanims doesn't do anything on Death Prophet, bro.
Ah, couldn't remember if it did or not.
She's going Bloodstone.
Which, as I've said many times before, don't get Bloodstone first. Get a Yule Scepter first.
Ah, Yules, you say?
It's pretty much the only hero that's Yule's is like absolutely necessary first item.
And at long last, the little tower that could over in mid lane, gone.
Yep, Death Prophet getting the last hit on that too, even closer to her Bloodstone.
Not sure what
Invisible Panda Bear.
I guess Brewmaster just popped his ultis just so he could get away.
Yes, that was indeed what happened, because he would have died had he stayed there.
He was definitely very low.
The Roshan pit has begun.
Lion as a late game counter to Brewmaster is pretty good too. Just drain all his mana so he can't split.
Giant fish is best fish. Lone Druid picking up their immortality.
And the best thing, again, that Lion can do, yeah, like you said, he can drain Brewmaster's mana, but he actually can keep draining it while Brewmaster's transforming, and if he gets his mana below the casting threshold while he's transforming, he stops transforming.
That's so awesome. It's like Valve thought of everything when they wanted us to give us the perfect Schadenfreude.
Oh, we've got, I won't say it's a rotation top, but it looks more like they're going to try and grab top tower.
They really should be dealing with this push that's happening on bottom lane, honestly.
Radiance Bear is here.
Yes, Radiance Bear is best bear, but all of Throw is down bottom lane now.
Yeah, they need to get back now.
Teleport, Sean is the first on the scene. He's Majesty throwing out a nice stun, hitting 4 of the 5 involved. Next teleports coming in are going to be EV, and then he's going to be followed by Bigfoot. The bottom tower, though, is gone. They're going to pop the fortification to try to save it on the bottom racks. However, melee rack's going to go down very quickly. Ice Path coming out from EV, up and down. Side to side, that's going to be all she wrote for Treant Protector. Vengeful Spirit goes down next. Tiny with the buyback after dying very quickly. And Jakiro and both Shadow Shaman are gone as well in this 3-for-2 exchange between these two teams.
Bristleback's probably gonna eat it here too. He doesn't have any hope of escaping this.
Up and down once again. Bristleback is gone in a 3-for-3 after all was said and done exchange between these two teams. However, you gotta hand it to Dark Moon. They are now less 1 racks on bottom.
Yeah, Throwing is making some bad calls here. They're fighting into Exorcism. They really need to stay away from that because it still is doing a lot of damage.
Does a crazy amount of damage. Now, Lone Druid does have the Aegis, and he did not lose it during that fight. Good blink, Sinbu. Good blink.
They did get the buyback from Tiny though. So at this point, the kind of hopes and dreams is kind of riding on Brewmaster here. Maybe Death Prophet, but she's going to fall off.
Yeah, and they haven't. They've taken the Tier 1 towers. They haven't taken any of the Tier 2 towers off of Throw yet, which is kind of depressing for Death Prophet.
D to the P has her Bloodstone up now. She's got her Phase Boots, so she can still get in there, but staying alive is going to be a big issue for her.
Yeah, she's definitely missing out on survivability. She does have the ability to suicide now. Maybe not a great thing, but if she suicides at the right time and place, it can act almost like a mechanism in battle. And considering Jakiro's not even done yet with theirs.
The thing is, she has a Bloodstone. Great. What's she doing though? Is she throwing out a bunch of damage? Is she making sure she doesn't actually die? Because Bloodstone doesn't keep her from dying. It gives her some health and mana, but really what she needs is a guaranteed survival thing, like a Eul's Scepter, which is 2.5 seconds of invulnerability.
Right. I'm gonna throw this out, and you're going to tell me I'm wrong, but I still think it might work. Vanguard.
No.
Why not? Vanguard really strong against Bristle and the Bear?
1, it's not strong against Bristle. 2, it's not strong against the Bear.
3, it's not strong.
3, it's almost 30 minutes into the game.
Yeah, maybe a little late. But
your insistence on trying to push Vanguard is never going to work.
Well, you got to remember,
Vanguard.
Logs, you got to remember that Jenkins does work for Vanguard Industries, a subsidiary of Ice Frog Incorporated.
Right. I should have to disclaim that, but thanks to Dodo regulation on stock ownership, I don't.
And the battle for our top lane begins with Tom Ricehead going to be the first one to go there with getting hit by pretty much everything Lion had. Then Death Prophet goes down
that's
next.
Bad.
Oh, Jakiro's going to be in a bad spot here. He gets rooted in place. Eevee gets stunned right after it. The toss goes up. It's not going to be enough to deter Schwegs. The switch comes from Cannon Fodder. Bigfoot now running for his life. Spirit Bear giving chase. No earn charge for you. You're done, son. 4 for none exchange. Shauna's Majesty is in a bad spot here because if he tries to go in on him, it's going to die. And that's all of top row right there for Throwing Pains, doing a great job of not living up to their name there. Sinbu blinks in, throws the fish out. Our Majesty's in a bad spot. Spirit Bear goes down. Oh, the Impale comes up. Majesty's done. There went the Finger of Death. Sinbu wins. Fatality.
Cannon Fodder, great baiting there. Just sort of like, you can catch me. Come on, you can get me.
Oh, and a nice dodge from Cannon Fodder with the Force Staff. And they're going to call the GG right there. Very well played from these two teams. And a final score of 33-11. 3 times the kills in the pocket of Throwing Pains. They defeat out Dark Moon of Suleiman in this best of 2 series, game 1. Very well done by both of these teams. Oh, man. We're going to have fun watching game 2. So hold on 1 second, folks. We're going to see it in just a moment for game 2.